Well, hi everyone. We've got practice test 10 here. We go through. All right, so f of x equals x cubed minus 3x plus 1 is the graph we're going to do. All right, let's get this put in here. Grabbing my calculator. All right, y equals x to the third minus 3x plus 1. Third minus 3x plus 1. All right, I'm going to graph that. Okay, looks reasonable. List the zeros. I see 3 zeros. One here, and one here. So second calc, we go left bound, right bound, guess, enter, negative 1.88. I'm going to round to the nearest hundredth here. And we'll go for this, second calc, 0. I'll go for this one here, this one right here, to the left of it. I'll curse over here to the right of it. Now hit enter. I'm going to go 0.35. Oops. 0.35. That's not there. And second calc 0. Enter. 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 1.53. All right, we've got a max right here. I'm going to list the coordinates of that for number 2. Second calc, what did I just do? Second calc, I've got a max that I want to find. Enter, enter, enter. I'm going to go negative 1, 3. And I got a minimum right here. Second calc, minimum. Go left of that dip. Go right to that dip. Hit enter for guess. I'm going to go 1, negative 1 for that. Oops. That is down there. Describe the end behavior. As x approaches negative infinity, f of x approaches negative infinity. As x approaches positive infinity, f of x approaches positive infinity. All right, the intervals on which x is increasing, the intervals on x for which f of x is increasing, I should say, it is increasing right here, from here to here. That is negative infinity to that x value, which is the x coordinate of that maximum, negative 1. It's also increasing from this minimum, and I'll use the x coordinate, 1, and to infinity. It is decreasing right here. So I'm going to call that negative 1 to 1. Are the x coordinates from here to here. All right, let's carefully graph this with the information. I'm going to plot the zeros. Negative 1.88, right around there. 0.35 is right around there. 1.53 is right around there. Negative 1, 3 is here. I also know 1 is the y-intercept. If I put zeros in for x, I'm just with the plus 1 there. And negative 1, negative 3 is here. So I'm going to come up to here, come down, go down to here, Oh, wait a second. That is 1, negative 1. So down to here. So not this part here. So when I have this part here, just going down this far and then going up. I'm going to highlight that on this heavy grid here. All right. Now, time to do some factoring. Okay. This is x cubed plus 5 cubed. Same. Okay, I'm going to write x squared opposite x times 5, always positive, 5 squared. See, always square it, multiply them together, and then square. And my final answer, I'll write x plus 5 times x squared minus 5x plus 25. Now this one, I'm going to write as 27 is 3 to the third. So that's 3 to the third, y to the third. That is the same as 3y to the third. So 3y to the third minus 1 to the third. All right. Same. I'm going to square 3y. Opposite. I'm going to take 3y times 1. And then always positive, 1 squared. So 3y minus 1 times 9y squared plus 3y plus 1. This one, you have 6 terms. We're going to group. So this has 6, 4, and 4. 2 goes into all those 3 coefficients. And then you have a and y. You do not have an a here. You do have a y, and you have a y here. So 2y is the GCF. 6ay divided by 2y is 3a. 4by divided by 2y is negative 2b. 4y divided by 2y is plus 2. Now this has 3a, this doesn't have 3, this doesn't have an a, it does have x squared. X squared is in all 3. It's negative here, so I'm going to put a minus x squared. And negative 3a x squared divided by negative x squared is 3a. 2bx squared divided by negative x squared is negative 2b. The x squareds go. And then negative 2x squared divided by negative x squared is positive 2. All right, we can keep going because this and this are the same. So I got 2y minus x squared times 3a minus 2b plus 2. And number 18, we're going to do the same thing in groups of 3. We're going to factor, and I can get x cubed out of here, which is x squared, plus 2x, if I take x cubed out of this one, plus 1, if I take, that's all I've got. Now, 8x squared, these don't all have x's, so there's no variable, but 8 goes into all of those. And I get x squared plus 2x plus 1. So I'm going to write this as x cubed plus 8, because these are the same, and that same is x squared plus 2x plus 1. And then I am going to get x cubed plus 8. All right, we can do sum of cubes here. That's x cubed plus 2 cubed. So that's x plus 2. X squared, opposite, 2x, always positive, 2 squared is 4. So I didn't write out like I did here. Now, blank times blank equals 1, blank plus blank equals 2. I think 1 and 1 will do that. So let's go x plus 1 times x plus 1, and we have factored completely when we take this and go to this. All right, last thing we have here are some equations to solve. This is the kind where I'm going to use quadratic techniques. I'm going to let u equal x squared, which means u squared is equal to x to the 4th. So this is u squared, when I substitute, minus 15u plus 50 equals 0. Now, I already think I got something that'll work, because 10 times 5, 10 plus 5, but I need negatives, and that will make it work. So u minus 10 times u minus 5 is equal to 0. U minus 10 equals 0. I have u is 10. U minus 5 equals 0. And I get u equals 5. Now I'm going to take the u back out and put x squared back in. Both places here. So I'm going to take the square root of x squared equals plus or minus the square root of 10. I'm going to take the square root of x squared, that equals plus or minus the square root of 5. Oh. Alright, I got my answers. I can't simplify these, so I'm going to go positive square root of 10, negative square root of 10, positive square root of 5, negative square root of 5. They're all real. They're all irrational also, though. All right, let's look at this one. I'm going to let u equal x squared, and u squared, that implies u squared will be x to the 4th, and have u squared plus 4u minus 45 equals 0. I'm going to factor that, multiply. If I don't know the factor, I'm going to use the quadratic formula. I need negative 45 here. I need positive 4 here. 9, 5, positive 4. So that's negative 5. 9 times negative 5. Let's go u plus 9, u minus 5. U plus 9 equals 0. U minus 5 equals 0. Subtract 9. I've got u equals negative 9. Add 5. Got u equals 5. Put in the x squareds now. X squared equals negative 9. X squared equals 5. And I take the square root of x squared. That's plus or minus the square root of negative 9. Take the square... Okay, let me just finish this one. That's x. Remember, square root of 9 is 3. Square root of negative 9 is 3i. Take the square root of x squared, plus or minus the square root of 5. I got x equals plus or minus square root of 5. So 3i, negative 3i, these are two imaginary solutions. Square root of 5, negative square root of 5, those are two real solutions. They were in here also. Coincidence. All right, let's do this last one.